Hi, and welcome to episode 4 Roll Call for All Teachers. I'm going to start out with saying our children are under attack. Our children are under a spiritual attack. And it is the job and responsibility of all adults who are caretakers for children to understand that so that they can see the underlying plots that are laid for these children and that are playing out in their lives each day. All right? It's not a time for us to walk blindly and think A is A and B is B. No. We have to open our spiritual eyes and be able to see the spiritual things that are at play with the children today. All right? Now, teachers, we in the community, we need you to realize that of all the jobs in the community, your job is not just a job. Your job is a calling, a ministry. If you are teaching just for the little paycheck and you do not care about kids, you do not care about their well-being, you do not care about their future, you're just there as a job, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're not in the right place that you should be. If your heart is not there, if you do not love what you're doing, you're in the wrong place. Okay? People who interact with children should care about how they end up in the long run. If you care about children and you care about their future, you would not engage in putting them down and shattering their self-esteem and telling them that they're worthless and telling them that they're not going to be anything, calling children dumb, putting one child, comparing it to the next child. These are not Christian things to do. These are not spiritually mature actions of an adult. So if this job is too much for you, do the children a service and do the community a service and find something that you are more suited to do. When you step out in front in the room with all those little eyes on you, you are a figure, a role model, whether you choose to be or not. You are the only adult in the room. No, it's not your job to raise other people's children, but it is your responsibility to be a moral balance because you are the adult. You can't just teach from the book. You can't just worry about how academic the children are. You would be negligent. A child is not just their academic standing. A child is a human being, and that's what we're supposed to be doing in the education system. We're supposed to be training the next generation of community leaders. We're supposed to be teaching them how to be human, not just to be robots and repeating facts and information, and then they have no character. They don't understand justice. They don't understand kindness. Too often in the school system, the children who are academically inclined look down on the other children as if the other children are worth less than them. And why do they do that? Because it comes from how the teacher deals with the class. You are smart, so you want to learn, so you are a good child. You don't learn quickly, so you don't want to learn, you are not a good child. No, this is totally incorrect. Every child born has their own unique gift that they are bringing to the world to make the world a better place. And it is your job to not just work with the kids who are academic, but to find what is great about each of those children and enhance that and have self-esteem built because everybody knows that I am great at something. I am here for something. I have something to contribute. No, I'm not the best at spelling. Spelling is very difficult for me, but that's okay because I'm good at this. Too often in schools, all the children who are C students and ones who are slow learners, they leave feeling as if they're not a good person. This is wrong. We need to stop that. We cannot turn a blind eye to the teasing and the gossip in the classroom. We need to admonish it when we see it. Don't sit by and let someone get teased because they don't have the right shoe on that is popular. Don't let someone get teased because they don't have money for a certain thing, because children don't work. Stop duplicating the systems in the community that makes people better or worse and duplicating that in your classroom. Because I'm rich, I'm better than you, and so I can talk to you any kind of way. Because I'm smart, I'm better than you, so I can talk to anyone else in the class any type of way. No. We need to nip it. When you see it, you need to nip it. And you need to let children know that this arrogance and this pride is not a good thing. Be grateful and be thankful to God that He has blessed you with this intelligence. And let them understand that just as God gives, He can take away. God can make a rich man poor in an instant. A child who's intelligent, something can happen to that child and they lose that intelligence. It is a gift. We need to make sure that our children understand that what they are good at is a gift. It's not a thing to hold over someone else and put someone else down. Okay, next thing. If you get your class, trust me on this. I was a teacher for 18 years. I had my own school for 11 years doing special needs. If you get your class spiritually aligned, all of them being kind, compassionate, and understanding of the other people in the room, the majority of your behavior problems will also disappear. You're wasting money buying candy to give kids to cause them to be quiet in class. Instead, teach them to respect another person's voice, another person's time. Teach them to respect you when you are speaking. We are like putting like Band-Aids on a pool that have a bunch of holes in it. It doesn't make any sense. Treat the problem. The problem is that their consciousness, their emotional state, and their spirituality has to be aligned in order for their behavior to improve. Their behavior towards each other and their behavior towards you. Now, note, spiritual education is not memorizing verses and then going out the classroom and being mean to someone else. No. Spiritual education doesn't mean you just know all the facts of the Bible. Too often we think, oh, you're going to get an A in religion and you're going to get the prize for most Christian student because you could recite every psalm. No. Christianity is it's not about knowledge. It's about your heart. It's about your heart. God looks at your heart. He's not impressed with your talents and all that. He gave you that. What he's impressed by are the choices that you make when you have your free will to choose him and to choose good. How about we start with that as a theme this September? Choose good. Choose good. Why don't we teach good and evil? or you're good and bad. Everyone is born and we are all built with a natural instinct to know good and evil. Why don't we tap into that? Why don't we nurture that? We dress it up and call it all sorts of other stuff. Community leader. We call it all sorts of different stuff. Why don't we call it what it is? I want the teachers this year not to walk in the classroom just to have A+ class. I want you to walk in the classroom saying that all of your children will feel special this year. All of your children will recognize what their gifts are. All of your children will be emotionally and spiritually educated. You can't have 10 A's and 10 F's. It means that somebody's being overlooked. So you can't have one group of super happy kids and then another side of the kids feeling as if they're worthless. You didn't do your job. All right. So let's try to get that balance this year. And this comes from love. I know my tone is stern, but this is serious stuff. This is serious stuff. When God anointed you and gave you the gift to become an educator, He put a calling and a ministry on your life. Take it seriously. Have a good day.